Yeah, we rolling deep across our 10 in the dirty South, where the rim was blend from Lake Charles to Baton Rouge. We riding with the Saints under them southern skies. We hustle hard, ain't no time to stop. Drive to the top, it's our time to shine. From Nola's heart, we redefine the grind. Southwest Louisiana, stand up proud. With every beat, we bring the heat, hear the crowd. From Houston streets to Lafayette, Long McNeese. Right, let the raging cages flow. DJ 30 South, turn it up loud. Marking our vibes, yeah, we make our proud. Get on the bus, we coming alive. Drive to the top, it's our time to shine. From Nola's heart, we redefine the grind. Southwest Louisiana, stand up proud.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of On The Go right here on Driving to the Top Productions, Dirty South Entertainment, and now the College Huddle. What's up, everybody? It's Marky Mark, Dirty South, who, if you're watching me from the first time from the College Huddle side, I'm the LSU guy they just brought in, and I did all my football previews within the last 7 weeks, and college football is, 10 days away now, but we got week 0 next week if you're that anticipated to watch some games. So I said, for a bonus, why don't I do an SEC preview? And we actually had this planned for a while. So joining me, of course, well, for the first time on the actual show, it finally happened because he's came on my wrestling podcast twice, on an audio one and a live stream one. He represents the Dawg House Podcast. He represents the Georgia Bulldogs, also a part of the College Huddle. Welcome, if you're seeing him for the first time, Mr. Trey Tucker. How you doing, man?
Yeah, appreciate it, Marky Mark. Also, hey, thanks for joining the College Huddle. He's a part of it. And another thing, that intro is fire, man. First time I've seen that. That's awesome.
Oh, you got to love what you can do with like CapCut, ChatGPT, and I need to try that new one you told me to try. Where you make your clips and whatnot. Opus?
Right. Opus AI. That's right.
Opus, yeah. So, I'm glad to be a part. And I'm mainly the LSU guy, but, I mean, if you need me for, like, a Tulane, Houston Cougars, I'm all aboard for that. I know they got a Raging Cajun guy I saw, but, I mean, I don't talk them nonstop on here. I just might give a score update and what they got next and a few stats, but I don't, like, break down the kind of stuff I break down involves LSU and whatnot.
Right. Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to keep this one as simple as we can. When I meant SEC predictions, I mean, we're going to look. I'm going to put our screens to the side like this, and I'm going to pop up all 16 schedules one at a time. So we're going to look at them. We're going to debate what they could win, lose, like, we're going to have a record prediction for each team. We're going to see if they're going to be bowl eligible. Are they worthy to make the playoffs? Will they make the playoffs? And then at the very end, we're going to pick the two of the very best who we believe could see in the SEC championship. And then maybe, if we're lucky, who could be a good run in the playoffs or maybe a potential to win it all. And I'm going to throw a bonus in this one. I thought about it at the last minute. I should have wrote them all down, so I had to think real hard. We're going to, even though there's some teams we're going to look at, we can't stand with a passion. I'm sure there was somebody from each team we enjoyed watching or whatnot, even though we hate that school with a passion or whatever. So I threw that in as like a bonus. So, and we're gonna go in order. So unfortunately, we'll get this ball rolling. Well, fortunately,
I got a bonus question for you at the end if you want to remember it or if I can bring it up to you. It's pretty interesting. I've been thinking about it.
Okay, what's that?
Yeah.
Or you want me to wait, or it depends on a certain team?
No, this will be, hey, let's look at the AP Top 25 team. And the only reason why I was listening to a podcast today and they brought it up, and I think it was 3 teams that were preseason ranked in the top 10 were non-ranked. So I wanted to say, hey, if we can pick one team in the top 10 that you think is going to be non-ranked, not ranked at the end of the year.
Okay, yeah, I'm down with that.
So whenever I just thought it was interesting. For example, Penn State, number 2 last year, fired James Franklin, went 5-7. LSU, preseason top 10, non-ranked, fired their coach. And then I believe Clemson was preseason top 5, I believe, non-ranked. So anyway, for example, I just thought it was interesting how you can be in top 10 and the bottom falls out,
Oh, yeah. Well, let me
But anyway, go ahead. We can just throw that in a little bonus at the end if we can get to it.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I'm looking at the AP right here, and man, do things look different? I was looking for one particular team because before they said the LSU Clemson matchup was supposed to be LSU's biggest opening in franchise history since so-and-so. I don't even see Clemson in the top 25 anymore.
Yeah,
so I mean,
that's right.
And College Game Day still going to be there. And like
Alabama's ranked 13th. I think that's the first time in well over 15 years they haven't been preseason top 10. That's crazy. They're 13, I believe.
Yeah, but like I remember they were like number 1 like 3 straight years, 4 straight, or like 5 in the last 4 times, or 4 of the last 5 years, or some shit like that. Yeah,
that's right.
Speaking of Alabama, we're going in alphabetical order, so
I like it.
We'll start with the Crimson Tide. If those are watching, here's the schedule right here. Last year, Alabama and Kalen DeBoer's 3rd season, they went 11-4 overall, 7-1 in the SEC. He did take them to the playoffs, but didn't get far. I think they were knocked out. They were absolutely embarrassed by Indiana in the Rose Bowl. I think that was probably one of the greatest shocks of all, but even though that was a hell of a team last year. So here's a quick schedule right here. Of course, I think we're not worried about week one. I think we ain't got to worry about week 1. Week 3 could be a test, but I think it's really going to start hitting them when they get to October 10th with your Georgia Bulldogs. But looking at the schedule, I mean, just give me off your head, like give me who do you see like they can win, lose? You got to give me a final prediction on a record for Alabama. What you got here?
Yeah, so I got Kalen DeBoer 20-8 in the Kalen DeBoer era. I know, and he just got that massive extension, which I thought was crazy. I think it's 80-something million or whatever. I forget what it was. I don't know why they gave it to him after year 2, but I guess they're trying to lock him in. Also, another one's interesting. Marky Mark, what do you think they were ranked in rushing offense last year? I was shocked. I didn't know it was this bad. But anyway, I was looking at Alabama today and earlier this week in running the ball.
Running the ball, they're probably not even in the top 10.
They're 125th.
Holy shit.
They were -3. That's why we were joking when Georgia played them this year. -3 against Georgia. Ice cold, -3 degrees. And they just couldn't run the ball. So that was a big struggle last year. Ty Simpson, number 13 pick. Good quarterback. Gave Georgia some problems in that first game, but they shut him down. So if you can't run the ball, as you know, in the SEC, got problems. Defense was top 12, top 13, and solid. But looking at the schedule, East Carolina will win at Kentucky with a new coach. They'll beat them. Florida State, they're circling that one after Florida State shocked them last year and beat them by 14. That's a win. South Carolina's banged up already. They got 2 of their top wide receivers out. That'll be a win. At Mississippi State with the Cowbells. They'll probably take care of them, maybe a little closer. And it's Georgia. Everybody's going to say Kirby Smart 2-8.
Everybody got that one circled. That's like one matchup. People, they're like, okay, let's make sure LSU and Ole Miss and Georgia, Alabama are not the same day. They put them 4 weeks apart. So yeah, everyone's going to be happy with that.
That's right. At Tennessee 8-4 team, could be tough. Texas A&M, I think they're going to take a little bit of a step back, got a bye week. Go to your LSU Baton Rouge. You know that's going to be a night game. That's going to be tough. At Vanderbilt, Jared Curtis, complete rebuild. UT Chattanooga, Cupcake Saturday, and then Auburn, rival game. They got a new coach. But there's some tweener games in there, but I'm going to go with Georgia gets the win, exercises the demons again, because that defense, I think Gunnar Stockton will be rolling by then. Still not even sure who the Alabama quarterback is going to be. and I think they take a L at LSU, Lane Train, and Baton Rouge. So I'm gonna go 10-2, but they make the playoffs. What you got?
So I got them going 9-3.
I can see that.
No playoff appearance.
Because
I mean, we really don't know. This is going to be that'll be the worst record they can have, I believe, is 9-3. I think they can be no better than 10-2, no worse than 9-3. But if they get 9-3, they're not going to the playoffs.
I agree.
And
the other thing is, Kalen DeBoer struggled on the road, and they got some tough road games.
Yeah, and I'll have something to say about that. But this Alabama's very unknown. I know the diehards are saying, "Oh, this is he knows what to do now. Like he's done and they're good in recruiting their back." Then you got the real haters that are like, "Dude, the dynasty's been dead since Nick Saban left." Yeah. So I got Bama going 9-3.
I can see that.
Losing to Georgia, Tennessee, and LSU.
I like that. I can see that. Road games, man.
Yeah, only one loss at home to Georgia and 2 on the road. But other than now, Florida State, I mean, I don't know. It depends how many people returning. I think Florida State might give them a hiccup in the first half, but Alabama's going to walk away and win, of course, the second half. For a team like that, I mean, you look at everybody else. I mean, East Carolina, cakewalk. South Carolina, cakewalk. Mississippi State, shit, that's the whole bakery. A&M might give them a struggle win. I mean, I see a struggle win over A&M. Vandy, cakewalk. Chattanooga, cakewalk. Despite a new coach, I think Auburn might hiccup them too. But it's in Tuscaloosa, so they're going to win. They're definitely going to win at home.
Yep.
But I always root for Auburn in the Iron Bowl. I know it's hard rooting for Auburn on the Georgia side, but same here when it comes to bringing the Tiger Bowl rivalry back. But anytime they play the Iron Bowl, I'm an Auburn fan for one night, just like I'm a Michigan fan for one night against Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he ain't hearing that. He might take me off the College Huddle for saying that. Same thing with Red River rivalry. I mean, I'm usually root for Texas, or when they play A&M, I kind of root for the Longhorns. I mean, you always root for that one team, and when it's those big rivalries.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like Cascade Clash, I usually root for Washington over Oregon, but sometimes it's back and forth. I might root for Oregon one year. Florida State, Florida, I'm usually rooting for the Seminoles. But if it's Miami, I mean, Miami might be dangerous. But that's a whole nother conference. But, yeah, now here's the bonus thing I wanted to throw a curveball in.
Sure.
We're going to do this for all 16 teams, but for Alabama, give me, in your opinion, your all-time favorite Alabama player that you loved watching in your time.
Wow. Ooh. All right, just because he ran all over Georgia, man, he was a beast. I'm on the top of my head. Derrick Henry is fun to watch, man. 240 pounds, 6'2", running over dudes. And he dog walked Georgia, a number one Georgia team. We were even favored in the rain, just running over kids. So I'm gonna go Derrick Henry is fun to watch. They had tons of running backs back in the day, but and King Henry's still doing it. 32. Hey, if you got those fantasy drafts, man, might roll the dice. He might still get over 1,000 yards. Father Time's undefeated, but man, he's still rolling. So I'm gonna go Derrick Henry.
Mine was Mark Ingram.
Okay, he's a load too, man.
And he played for the Saints, so I was really happy that the only time I was ever happy in my life to get a damn Crimson Tide, black and gold, that was a steal that year. We had Cameron Jordan drafted, and then we made a trade and got Mark Ingram the same year. We drafted Cameron Jordan, so yeah, that was a magical night. I mean, it was between him or Julio, but when he went to the Falcons,
so I liked him.
Well, I'm a Saints guy, so when I was like, oh, good, another reason I could dislike Julio Jones. He's going to the Dirty Birds.
There it is, yeah.
So, all right. Now we're going to go to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now,
Arkansas.
This is the only thing I could find, but it has their opponents by helmet, but it just shows the kickoff times, like whether if it's now if you're confused with some of these teams are, like they're kicking off the season with North Alabama, But then you got like Utah, Georgia, Tulsa, A&M, Tennessee, Vandy, Mizzou, Auburn, South Carolina, and Texas and LSU. Which, another thing, I am so happy we're going back to the – by the way, I forgot to ask you this at the start. I think this is the year they're starting that, like, playing the same 3 teams every single year. Like, our 3 we're playing every single year is Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. Obviously, I'm sure y'all's is Georgia. Georgia's 1. Who was the other – not Georgia. Florida's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn's the other one. Who's the other one? Is it Tennessee? Who's the other third team y'all going to play every year?
That's a good question, man. We lost Tennessee. This is the first time in years we haven't played Tennessee. That's weird. Picked up South Carolina.
And it goes in effect next year, by the way, because we're losing Alabama next year.
Yeah.
We're losing Alabama. We're losing the Florida rivalry, which it's like our 3. It's Mississippi State, not Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. And we're going to go back closing out the season with Arkansas. We're going back to basics. I just wish they would bring it back on Black Friday because that's when the rivalry meant something. But no, we're playing it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
But,
also, do you like the 9-team SEC? I just think they're going to beat each other up having 9 SEC games. Tough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like a few non-conference matchups every so like you got that one big Power 5 team, and then you might play 1 or if you're lucky 2 in-state opponents like we're doing this year. We got Louisiana Tech and McNeese. But our big non-conference opponent this season's Clemson. I know, like, in the future, they're going to play Arizona State in the future. They're also – I forgot who else they, like, threw in there. But I know, like, in the future, they're going to play Arizona State at the start of the season. But, no, what you got on Arkansas here?
I'll admit I didn't know much about them, and I rolled with the old Chat GPT on some of these just last minute. But I'm gonna go just game by game guess. But I'll tell you what Chat GPT said. I went actually with Alabama. I actually went with my head on that one. But anyway, I'm gonna go North Alabama win at Utah. Got to travel. That's an L. Way across West Coast. That's always tough. Georgia 12 o'clock game. Also, if you didn't know the backstory, Ryan, what's his name? Is it Silverfield? Is coming over from Memphis. Yeah, Silverfield coming over from Memphis. Little backstory. While he was in Memphis last year, he took a little jab at Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs talking about speeding tickets. And he says, I talk to my players each week, and hey, look at Georgia had another speeding ticket. What is that, like 800 now? Anyway, took a little jab. So anyway, Kirby Smart's all about bulletin board material. That one's circled. That's going to be an ass whipping. I could see them, Georgia, just dog walking them. I hope so anyway. Tulsa, don't know much about them. That should be a win. Texas A&M, that's a loss. Tennessee, that's a loss. Vanderbilt with a new, and they probably should win that one. Missouri, Auburn. Anyway, I'm going to go instead of ChatGPT said 3-9, I'm going to be generous and go 4-8. Welcome to the SEC, Ryan Silverfield.
Yeah, Ryan Silverfield coming from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, Arkansas went 2-8, but they went winless in the conference. They were the very bottom of the totem pole.
Fighting Sam Pittman's.
I hope JPT and I didn't have the same results because I had them going 3-9, but their only wins I have is North Alabama, Tulsa, and the only SEC win I have is Vanderbilt.
Yep. You were correct with ChatGPT. Marky Mark 3-9.
Well, I'm just so glad they're not closing out with that horrific battle line rivalry. That is one of the dumbest trophies and hideous trophies I ever saw with Mizzou.
Did you guys smoke them last year? How was that? Did you guys get the win?
Oh yeah, we beat the dog shit out of them. But it was in that. Yeah, that was his first win, and then we were like, but that was after the Alabama loss.
Right.
His first game as interim coach was Alabama, and we were like, if he fucking wins, make him the head coach. And then when we lost, I'm like, well, they put up a fight, and then Arkansas was like a tune-up game. But I didn't want to talk about last season, and I will have to bring it up again. But yeah, 3-9, like I said.
Go 4-8. All right, pretty close. That might be the bottom feeder right there.
Like Utah's going to be a blowout. loss. Georgia's a blowout loss. Tulsa might be a struggle win. A&M's a blowout loss. Tennessee, not sure. Vandy might be a struggle win. Mizzou could be a struggle loss. Auburn could be a struggle loss. South Carolina probably is kind of deferrable. Texas is going to blow them out the water. And then LSU, I guess it depends on which LSU team shows up. It could be a struggle win for LSU or an ass whooping win for LSU and an ass whooping Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Auburn Tigers.
The barn.
Who got a new coach, Alex Golesh from South Florida. So, by the way, I think there are 6 or 7 new SEC coaches this season.
Right.
Like 6 or 7. And I'm not trying to do the joke because I'm over that shit now. But last season, Auburn went 5-7. And only one SEC win in 2025. 1-7 in the SEC. So, tough start for them, which I want to say, is it the Baylor game in Atlanta at neutral site?
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, look, I see it right there. And then, okay, whatever the Southern Miss one is, obviously it's at Jordan-Hare, but I can't even see what that little logo is on top of Southern Miss. I doubt it's a damn rivalry. Where you look at the Georgia-Bama game, of course, that's whatever they call the Georgia-Auburn rivalry. Isn't it like clean old-fashioned hate or something? And then, of course, you got the Iron Bowl.
It's Old South's, what is it? Old South's oldest rivalry.
Something like that. I'm shocked they didn't put Tiger Bowl by LSU.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but they got a pretty even, 6 home games and 6 road games, and one of them being a neutral site with them being the home
They're good
team.
at home, man. They get loud in Jordan-Hare.
I've been to Jordan-Hare once. It's actually Auburn's a beautiful campus.
I did hear that.
It is a very beautiful campus, but it ain't no Jordan-Hare's a nice place. I never been to a game. I just snuck in there one time.
Yeah.
During summertime, they were doing the little tours for oncoming freshmen or junior senior day for high school. They had the gates wide open, and I walked in there and took it in. I would have loved to have been here in 2013 when they won that Iron Bowl against Alabama. I bet that place was crazy.
Oh yeah.
But what you got with Auburn and a new coach in Ryan Golesh? How you think he's going to do his first year?
The barn, him coming over. Also, I hear good things about Byron Brown, transfer guy, big guy. I think came over from South Florida, so he could be good in the system. Baylor's a win. Southern Miss is a win. Florida, the battle of the new coaches. Got them at home. I guess I'll go win. Vanderbilt win. So I guess looking at it 4-0. I'll tell you what ChatGPT said after this. 4-0 at Tennessee, loss at Georgia. They're going to play Georgia close rivalry game. So that's 4-2. I could see them dropping 4 straight, 4-4. Arkansas, that's a win. At Mississippi State, win 7. Won't beat Alabama, so I'm gonna be a little generous there. New coach, 7-5. What, Music City Bowl, Liberty Bowl, one of those. We go 7-5. Alex Golesh era starts.
This schedule actually helped me out because I was trying to remember because I have Auburn going 5-7, but it helped me out because you look at the first row. It's half and half. I don't know why. I feel like they're going to lose to Baylor. If Dave Aranda's still the head coach, I got Baylor beating Auburn.
I don't really know much about Baylor, man. I know Aranda. What did they do last year?
Baylor had a decent season a year ago, I want to say. But Southern Miss, yes, Southern Miss will win. Florida, I have them dropping Florida, but I got them beating Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I can see that one. That's a good twin-year game.
Now, the middle row, 4 straight losses.
Yep.
Yes. Tennessee, Georgia. But like I said, Georgia and LSU game, I mean, I guess it depends what Georgia team shows up because it could be a blowout or it could be a struggle win for Georgia. It depends how the rival. And plus, but it's in Athens, so it might be a different vibe. It might be more on the Georgia side. Georgia could blow them out of Sanford Stadium, if I said the name right. Tennessee is in Knox. It's at Rocky Top. That's going to be a blowout. No, LSU could be a struggle loss for them. Like, they'll barely lose to them. Ole Miss, I mean, it's at the Grove.
So Baylor was 5-7 last year.
Man, I could go either way, but I picked Baylor to beat them. But no, 4 straight losses in that middle row. Now, in the very bottom row, that's the only win streak they're going to have. They'll win Arkansas, Mississippi State, and Samford, and then lose the Iron Bowl. That'll be the only win streak they'll have right there in that bottom row, the first 3.
So you got Auburn, the barn, going 5-7, no bowl game. I'm sure they'd be happy with that.
It's now, if this were basketball, that'd be a different story. I'd have them going to the NCAA tournament and whatnot. Maybe be an SEC contender with that new coach they got.
That's right.
Because if you follow college basketball, Auburn had a pretty stacked team last year. They were a dark horse in the SEC. Even though they didn't win the SEC, they were a good team in basketball. All right, now
ChatGPT.
Shit. We need to go back to I'm gonna go back to Arkansas real quick. I forgot to mention favorite all-time Arkansas player you ever watched.
Who?
And then we'll do Auburn. Auburn's probably gonna be easy, but I just gotta hear from you.
I guess Arkansas, don't know much. I'm gonna go Darren McFadden, running back, Blazer.
Me too.
Okay, there you go.
And then
Respect.
Auburn, you got some good names up there, but
I'm gonna go Bo Jackson, man. Cam Newton was great, but he was only there 1 year. Bo knows. I'm gonna go old school. He was a great running back.
I think Bo Jackson was the greatest Auburn Tiger of all time, but that wasn't in my time. But I did live to see Cam Newton play that 1 year. They the best year I've ever seen Auburn have in my life, and win that national title. But I didn't think they were really going to beat Oregon, but they did.
Yep.
But I was kind of glad they did because they kept the streak going in the SEC. So, all right, now we go to your Georgia Bulldogs with, I want to say, I'm not kissing ass or being biased, but now that Saban's gone, that must put Kirby Smart as the greatest college football coach in America right now, because he has more national titles in the current coaching staff, in the current coaches we have today, and he was one of only a couple that's beat Nick Saban to win one.
A lot of people are arguing Cignetti, which much respect for Cignetti, Kurt Cignetti, turning. They were the losingest program 2 years ago and won a national title. So hands off. I still don't see how he did it. Mendoza was great, playing with a bunch of 23, 24 years old. So you got to give it to him. But Kirby Smart, with all the records that he has, 2 national titles, even though the back-to-back years they early out but didn't make the playoffs, 1 SEC championship game. We had that streak, 33 straight home games, and Alabama snapped out last year. But as of right now,
12-2
to me,
last
my opinion,
year. Yeah, what you got? I was gonna say 12-2 last year, 7-1 in the SEC, but y'all still won the SEC championship, and y'all had a deep run in the college football playoffs.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to put the rose goggles on this one, but try to be more, realistic, I guess. So anyway, Tennessee State win, starting it out. Western Kentucky win. At Arkansas, that'll be the first game you kind of play somebody with a pulse. We should run away in the second half. Oklahoma will be a rock fight. I could see this being 3 to 7 points, but I like us at home. Our defense should be really good this year, I hope, and they're healthy. That's what I've been hearing with the summer camp. Back to Georgia. So you got Gunnar Stockton, quarterback back. O-line, I think it's 3 or 4 starters back. We've got the most snaps from coming back, returning starters, which is great. Running backs looks pretty deep. But what we're all worried about is wide receiver. We lost 6 out of 7 top pass catchers. We got some young guys, but unproven. So I'm a little worried about wideout, and I haven't been hearing much buzz in the summer camp. So I'm a little worried about it. But anyway, back to it. Oklahoma, we should win by 3 to 7 points. That'll be a tough one. Vanderbilt, Jared Curtis, who's a 5-star. He was all dog for a while, flipped to Vanderbilt late. They gave him a bag of cash probably. He wanted to start. That one's circled. I think we put a beat down on that kid, blowout. Vanderbilt. Got to go to Alabama. exercise the demons. Everybody's going to say, I know Kirby's 2-8, but we got the monkey off her back last year. Ass whipping in the SEC championship game. Loved it. That's a win. Auburn's going to be a tough one coming off an emotional win at Alabama. Bye week. Then we got the cocktail party in Atlanta. First time in years. Neutral site. It's going to be in Atlanta.
Yeah, because Jacksonville's getting renovated. I'm shocked they're not playing it like in Tampa or Orlando.
I think Tampa's next year. But what a lot of fans we wanted to do is go home and home. Go to the swamp. Go to Athens, man.
They've always played it in Jacksonville. I mean, I'm okay with one of those rivals being a neutral site, but I mean, look at the Red River. They always played at the Texas State Fair. They're not going to play it in Austin or Norman. Look, and another one too was that another rivalry that was like that. What was it? There was another rivalry that was like that where they the Southwest Classic, Arkansas and Texas A&M. That was another one that was like that. They played in Jerry's World. They don't play it in Fayetteville or College Station.
That's right. Yeah, Florida, we should beat them. First-year coach. At Ole Miss, they beat us 2 out of 3. Trinidad Shamlis is a stud, probably a Heisman Trophy front runner. I think we take the L right there. It's hard to go 12-0. I don't want to be a 12-0 homer. Also, I like a little humility, a little resilience. So when you take an L, gets bloodies up their nose a little bit, gets them motivated. Then we got Missouri. That'll be kind of a close game. We'll beat them at home. At South Carolina, tough place to play with Willie B. But the question is, will Shane Beamer even have his job by then? He might be broke. So at South Carolina, I can see them that. And we got Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech lost their OC, lost their quarterback, a lot of loss of that. Clean old-fashioned hate. We got them at home. I'm going to go 11-1. Could potentially go to the SEC championship game. I wouldn't mind skipping the SEC championship game because look at last year. We were ranked 3rd. Alabama ranked 9th. We won. Didn't move at all. Neither one of us moved the needle. So it's almost like, hey, I wouldn't mind skipping it. It's a marathon, not a race. Heal up. We had some guys banged up out of that game. So
I was
11-1.
I was kind of furious that SEC title game meant nothing because I thought that was the end of Alabama, and they somehow still got in. And then I was like, it's okay, Indiana's going to take care of that. And sure enough, they did. But
they did. That's right.
So you have them going 11. So who's the loss? Oklahoma, Alabama?
Oh, I'm going to go at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. They could go 12-0. Like
humility. Humility is a week away, the way Kirby Smart says. Let's keep them hungry.
And this is going to piss people off more, especially that hate the SEC. I think 5 out of the first 6 weeks, I think we could see an SEC College Game Day appearance or two. Like, you already know week 1 they're going to Baton Rouge for LSU Clemson. Week 2 they're going to Austin for Texas Ohio State. You know they're going to Ole Miss LSU week 3. They're just not saying it. And I think week 4 they're going to go to that matchup, Georgia-Oklahoma. If Oklahoma can keep winning, if they're both undefeated, I guarantee you they will go to that Oklahoma-Georgia game. And then if Georgia stays undefeated and if Alabama don't fuck up, I think Alabama-Georgia could be a College Game Day as well in Tuscaloosa.
Probably a night game.
A night game too. I could see that Georgia-Oklahoma game being a night game too, but I wouldn't be surprised it kicks off at 2:30.
That's right.
Like, the first 3 weeks, like, I could see 60, 70 points for Georgia in the first 3 games per game.
Yeah, Kirby's usually pretty good about pulling the dogs off, but yeah, I like it. I want to see who our backup quarterback is. There's been no buzz in camp. Ryan Puglisi or Ryan Montgomery, because we got to have somebody back up Gunner, because Gunner, reckless abandon, he'll run with his head in there. A little banged up at the end last year, but pushed through. So I want to know the backup quarterback. And do we have a true number 1 wide receiver? That's what I want to know. But stay healthy. We should be good. This defense is going to be good.
So it's
better
like
than last year.
Tennessee State, blowout. Yep. West Kentucky, blowout. Arkansas, blowout. Oklahoma, struggle win.
Yep.
Vandy, blowout. Alabama, well, the fact it's in Tuscaloosa, it could be a struggle win, but I don't know. It's a night game, and we could be shocked, and it could be like 45-17 Georgia.
Or it's a
Auburn.
rock fight, and we do 3 picks, rolling around with them, and the demons, man. I'm telling you, 2-8, they have our number. We got it last. That's why that win was so sweet last year.
But that stretch, Bama, Auburn, Florida, Ole Miss, that's 4 tough games in a row right there.
It is.
I could see them all potentially winning. Auburn could be a struggle win. Florida could be a struggle win. Ole Miss is going to be a struggle win. Mizzou, I mean, it could be like a 2-3 touchdown win. South Carolina, I mean, Columbia's a tough place. If it's a night game, I could see it being a struggle win. But if it's a day game, I think they can blow them out at a noon or 2:30 game. Georgia Tech, they lost Haynes King. Yeah, that's a fucking ass whooping right there.
There it is. I like it. So you're saying 12-0. Is that your final?
That's my final, but
nice.
I'm going to take it. Y'all hate Georgia Tech more than y'all hate Florida or Auburn or even Alabama.
Yeah.
Even though y'all really own them. It's just saying, it's bragging rights who got the best program in the state of Georgia. Obviously, it's the Bulldogs, but I mean, what is Georgia Tech?
That series?
They dominate, but do they dominate another sport? Or are they? Who's better in basketball? Who's better in baseball?
This past year, man, Georgia Tech was hot down the stretch. Remember, Oklahoma beat them. You got to give it that Oklahoma baseball team, man. They got smoking hot, man. That was impressive. They dog-walked everybody.
No. Okay. I hope this ain't too tough for you, but I'm gonna give you 2 questions for this.
Yeah.
Who all-time favorite Georgia player you've watched, but who is the greatest Georgia Bulldog of all time?
I'm gonna go greatest of all time. Got to say the man who put us on the map, first national title. I'm go with Herschel Walker.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with the guy that I watched, got the T-shirt, maybe the most explosive. He was a man when he was playing. I'm gonna go with Todd Gurley. Was a beast running that ball, man, toting that rock.
He
Not
was
the best teams, but just all out like player, man. He was fun to watch.
If there was any Georgia Bulldog that could have took the purple and gold out of me and wore black and red that I was glued to the TV for, Hines Ward.
Oh, nice. There you go.
I loved him at Pittsburgh, and I'm not even a Steeler. I followed his career, even though I was like,
he played quarterback at Georgia. That's crazy. They put him in like pass plays and shotgun, man, running around by there. Great athlete.
All right, then we go to the Florida Gators with a new coach from Tulane. John Summerall's now taking over the Gators, leaving Tulane. Last year, Florida went 4-8.
Billy Napier, Sunbelt Billy, got his ass fired.
Yeah, I don't know. Billy Napier should have stayed with the Raging Cajuns, but Desamore's doing a little better. But Billy Napier did kind of put the Raging Cajuns on the map a little bit. But, yeah, so 4-8, 2-6. You look at, okay, I don't know who that second team is. I can't tell that logo, but I know they're starting out with Florida Atlantic.
That's Campbell fighting. The Campbell's
the Campbells, the Fighting Campbells.
Yes, yeah, okay. Out of North Carolina, over here close, my neck of the woods, kind of.
Okay, and then you got Auburn, Ole Miss, Mizzou, I think South Carolina's a rivalry. Then you got Texas, you got the Georgia rivalry, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Vandy, and then they wrap up with the Florida State rivalry. So they don't really have a lot of rivalry games up here. They only see 2 for sure. I guess they dropped the Tennessee rivalry on this one, 3rd September and October. They don't have Tennessee on the schedule. Unless you want to consider South Carolina a rivalry, then that's 3 rivalries for Florida on the schedule.
That's right. You go ahead and go.
Yeah, you'll go ahead. Each.
All right, so they got Aaron Philo coming over backup. He was backup quarterback to Haynes King at Georgia Tech. Could be good. He broke some passing records for the high school football in Georgia. And they got Buster Faulkner, OC, coming over from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has recently always given Georgia some problems. Georgia's won, but it's been close. Let's see. Florida Atlantic win. Campbell win. At Auburn, I'm going to say win, even though I believe I put Auburn winning that one, vice versa. But I'm going to say win. Ole Miss loss, 3-1. At Missouri, win. South Carolina, say win. At Texas, loss. Georgia's going to beat them. Georgia's beaten them 5 straight. The only time we've lost is the COVID year. Kyle Pitts, which they knocked that dude out. I'm still waiting for him to show up like he should for the Atlanta Falcons. Oklahoma loss. At Kentucky. ChatGPT said 8-4. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna be generous. I hate to even say that's being for the Gators. 9-3, because
wow,
they got Baugh, good running back. They got some talent. Their defense was pretty good last year. I'm gonna go 9-3. ChatGPT says 8-4. I'm tweening on that 8-4, 9-3. Maybe I'm being generous.
I got the Gators going 6-6.
Damn. All right, give it to me. What
all right,
we got L's here. This is interesting.
All right.
There's some tweener games.
They're going to start 3-0, and that's going to be the bad part. They're going to start on 3-0, beat Florida Atlantic, beat Campbell, beat Auburn, and then they're going to think they're ready for this and that. Then they're going to lose two straight. They're going to lose to Ole Miss. They're going to lose to Mizzou.
They got to go to Como. That's a tough place to play.
Yeah, they gotta pick up. They're going to pick up with South Carolina, but then that's when they start falling because they're going to lose 3 straight to Texas, Georgia, and Oklahoma. They'll beat Kentucky. They'll beat Vanderbilt. And then I think they close out with a victory. No. I have them losing to Florida State. So that's your 6-6. So they'll lose to Florida State.
I won't be happy there with him.
Plus it's in Tallahassee. So, I mean, yeah 6-6 now.
We'll take that back. I'm gonna go 8-4. Stamp it for 8-4. I'm gonna go with you. 9's a lot. 8-4, which they probably take that, but 8-4.
I'm hoping you don't say one name, but give me favorite Florida Gator you ever watched.
I got to go to him, man. I read his book. I didn't like him, of course, because he used to just dog walk Georgia. But I just think he's a good dude, man. I watched him the other day with a video, man. I'm gonna have to go Tim Tebow, man. Tim Tebow is just really good dude. Just after what he's done in life. Missionary, if you read his book, Shaken? I read it over here. I know I'm a Georgia fan, but just a good dude. And two national titles, man.
By the way, the guys I'm picking were guys most of them I was in high school, junior high or high school watching. So I'm trying to go back in my glory days as a young kid or teen. But you will hear a couple names like when I was in college or a grown man. But for Florida, I said, I know there was someone else I really loved outside of Tim Tebow. Like, I didn't. But then again, I'm like, you know what? I fucking loved Percy Harvin in high school.
He was. He's a beast.
That was my guy.
He was. I was hoping you weren't going to say Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, hell no. No. Hell to the no.
Damn,
right. Percy Harvin was mine right there. I loved him in Florida.
All
right. Now we got the Kentucky Wildcats with a new head coach, Will Stein from Oregon. Or another man trying to come play big ball in the SEC. He saw Kalen DeBoer's like, okay, I'm going to go do the same thing, but I'm going to go to Bluegrass.
Welcome to the party, man.
Last year, the Wildcats went – and if you have a 6-6 record back on Florida, that you could be bowl eligible with a 6-6 record, huh? I'm pretty sure.
Right.
That's above 500. So, yeah, I have Florida bowl eligible.
Yeah, it's like Duke Mayo Bowl. You can go here in Charlotte, like December 28th, nice, cold, and rainy.
Yeah. Kentucky went 5-7 overall, 2-6 in the SEC.
Mark Stoops got fired. Forget he's with somebody's coaching staff now. They picked him up. Forget.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that first game is Youngstown State. I don't think that's
right.
Yale. That's not Yale. That's Youngstown.
Youngstown
But wow,
State.
what a way to! But good God, you're week 2. You're going an SEC play, and you're going against a former foe. You want to come to the SEC? You're going to play against your former rival coach from the Cascade Clash. You're going to play Kalen DeBoer in Alabama, and then you got A&M, and then you see South Alabama, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, Vandy, Tennessee, Florida, Mizzou, and then you wrap up with your in-state rival with Louisville. So, what you got for the Wildcats? What you got in Will Stein's first year with Big Blue?
I don't know much about them. I don't know who their quarterback is, but this is a tough schedule. Like you said, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to go 4-8, and here's your wins. Youngstown State. Then you got South Alabama's 2. Then you got a tough stretch outside at South Carolina L. I'm gonna go with that. LSU L. At Oklahoma L. Vanderbilt, maybe the Curtis kid going. You'll beat Louisville. I'm gonna go 4-8.
I have them going 3-9, but I have them losing to Louisville.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Louisville. They're usually scrappy.
No, actually take that back. No, they beat Louisville. No, I got them only beating Youngstown State, South Alabama, and Vanderbilt. No, they'll beat Louisville.
So
now,
you go 4-8 too?
If this was basketball, I probably would pick Louisville over Kentucky because Kentucky ain't really been the same in the last 15 years.
It's just tough, man. I don't think they get NIL there. It's a basketball school. It's tough, man.
The only time I remember they were that damn good was when they had Anthony Davis and won the national championship in basketball. Yeah. But I know there's really not a lot of big Kentucky Wildcats that made a name for themselves, but I have one that made a name for himself in college and then went a name for himself in the NFL. But who do you have as a favorite Wildcat you liked watching? I know there's not a lot, but I have one in mind.
I'm going to go back just because he was fun to watch, and I think they were pretty good that year. I think it's don't quote me, 2009 or 10. Anyway, I'm going to go is it Woodson? Is it Andre Woodson? He's a quarterback. Yes. I'm going to go with him. For some reason, he was cool. He was fun to watch. I'm going to go with him. Pulling out of my butt on that one, but Woodson kid from late 2000s, I believe.
I'm going to say Randall. I'm going to say Randall Cobb.
Yeah, he was solid too. Pretty good pro career too.
Yeah. All right. Now we go to LSU. The Lane train is underway, bringing in Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss. Yes, not the season we hoped for with Brian Kelly's last year. We went 7-6 overall, 3-5 in the SEC.
I got to ask you, Mark, were you done with Brian Kelly? Or did you agree with everything that happened? I never asked you.
I was done with Brian Kelly after that fucking Vanderbilt loss.
Okay.
And then A&M was just like, okay, he's gone. I made a fool of myself. I said in 3 to 5 years, he was going to win us a national championship. Now, his first year, I will give him the flowers. His first year, we beat Alabama in overtime, knocked them out the playoffs, took that team to an SEC championship, but I wasn't pissed about the loss. I said, we're not even supposed to be here. So if we lose to Georgia, I'm going to take this L, and we took that L. And then when 23 came, if we'd have had a damn good defense, we would have been a playoff team in 2023 because we had the number one offense in the country with the worst defense in the country. The year, I know he's getting a lot of heat right now, but the year Jay Daniels was the Heisman Trophy winner. If we'd have had a good damn defense, they'd have been a playoff team that year. But we had the worst defense I've ever seen in my years of being a lifelong fan and my years of being a season ticket holder. 2023, I hated when we were on defense. That was the only time I ever went go get beer or took a piss or whatnot. I came back to see Jay Daniels throw the rock, and now he's throwing for his number. But speaking of that, I'm shocked they didn't change the date of the Clemson game because supposedly he owns the right to number 5. But
what do you think about all that, Marky Mark? Said crap. You think that's Jaden Daniels or not his camp and his family?
It's his fucking mom. But I'm blaming Brian Kelly for all this shit. If we'd have had a stacked defense, we wouldn't be having this bullshit altercation right now because it's the same concept. Like I said, if we'd have been in the playoffs, it'd have been a different story.
Yeah.
Now, when Joe Burrow was gone, no one's ever wore number 9. They put that away. Eventually, they will retire it. They haven't retired it yet. I'll give it 10, 15 years, they'll retire his jersey. I mean, they've only retired, I think 5 jerseys total. They Billy Cannon, who's a Heisman Trophy winner, Tommy Stovall, Burt Jones, Charles Alexander, and Jerry Stovall. That's the only jerseys they retired at LSU. Joe Burrows will officially be retired. The only numbers you'll never see get retired is 7 and 18. That's kind of a tradition. They give those to the best players on the roster to wear those two numbers because those two numbers mean you look at the number 7, like from Patrick Peterson to Tyrann Matthews to Leonard Fournette, all those guys. Derek Stingley Jr. all wore number 7, 18. Like that was Matt Malk. That was Matt Malk made it like really, really big. Jacob Hester wore 18. Like I could go, like those are like two ritual numbers that you'll never worry about getting retired. But all right, here's your lineup. Here's your schedule.
Hey, so little bit insider because you follow it. So thoughts on the Sam Levitt kid? I know coming in, lane trade, great OC, X's and O's. What do you think about him coming in? Arizona State, decent numbers. What's your thoughts from what you're hearing?
The last time we got a quarterback from Arizona State, we made him a Heisman Trophy winner, and we made a right move. So, but this offense is going to be fun to watch. You got Harlem Berry coming back at running back. You got Jace Brown, Eugene Wilson, Jackson Harris coming back at wide receiver. Trey'Dez Green at tight end. Not really familiar with the offensive line. I know they're changing out some linemen. I think the only one I know returning is Weston Davis at right tackle. But like the defense, having Whit Weeks is maybe the greatest thing ever. We got the heart and soul of the defense back. We got Dominic McKinley coming back. We got TJ Dotry coming back. PJ Woodland, DJ Pickett, who's gonna wear Jaden Daniels number 5, by the way. Deshaun Spears, Ty Benfield. They haven't announced who's wearing 7 and 18 yet. That's the only thing we're waiting to find out. But I'm hearing rumors that supposedly it might be like either a Jackson Harris taking 7 or Eugene Wilson. Pickett's wearing 5. We know that. PJ Woodland might wear number 7. 18, I could see maybe like Trey'Dez Green wearing 18 if it's out of the starters. But I don't think he's going to change his number. So to be honest, they haven't really announced it yet. And usually they announce it before week 1. So Lane Kiffin's got like 2 weeks to make a decision before we get to the Clemson game of who's going to rock 7 and 18. But that's like pretty impactful offense you got right there in defense too. But
all right, go ahead and make the picks here. So all right, Clemson, the real Death Valley coming to town. I think they hang around with you in the first half, but you guys pull away maybe by 2 or 3 scores. That's a win. Louisiana Tech, that's a win. At Ole Miss, 7:30 in the Grove. Lane Kiffin comes back to town. Biggest heel of all time, Marky Mark, coming back to town, coming with the birds out. Probably going to have security guards.
It's going to be a SWAT team, everything. It's like if Trump was in town.
He's coming in with the birds, man, on that one. I think it's emotional first half. I could see him being just some penalties thrown just for it. Hostile crowd. I think you guys maybe win it by 7-10 in a close one. That's a win. Texas A&M, struggle bus win. McNeese State win. You guys are rolling. Then you run into Alabama and Texas is tough at Arkansas. Anyway, I'm going to go with you guys go 10-2, make the playoffs.
I also have them going 10-2. So give me your 2 losses real fast.
Just looking at it from a glance, I was looking at it. I mean, you can't lose back-to-back Alabama or Texas. So I'm going to go Texas. And I think Lane Train has struggled on the road. I know it's out of nowhere, and maybe I know I picked another. I'm gonna go Auburn, just because you're not gonna lose 2 out of 3 with Alabama, Texas at Tennessee. So I'm gonna go with Auburn. I just maybe catch them bad on the road, some turnovers. 10-2 if I had to pick. 10-2, those 2. Auburn Texas.
And I have them losing back to back. I have them losing to Texas and Tennessee. I feel like if they're gonna drop one game on the road, that's gonna be humiliation. I think it could be Tennessee.
I can see that.
But
these road games are tough.
But like I said, Ole Miss is kind of a question, but I think they can beat them. Auburn is gonna be a struggle win too. Like Jordan Hare's a tough place. It's the first time they're playing the Tiger Bowl in like I think 20 2019 or 20. Yeah, I think 2019 or 2020 was the last time they played Auburn. I was at the 2019 game. That was the only game they almost lost all season. Like, we thought that the fate of their chance to go to the national playoffs and national championship was that Auburn game. That was the worst performance I ever seen Joe Burrow play in person. They ended up winning the game 13-10. And the only reason they won the game was because Bo Nix overthrew his wide receiver for the winning touchdown.
Gus Bus.
It was Gus Bus. It wasn't no Hail Mary or nothing. They were like in the fucking red zone. Like if Bo Nix could play that pass, they'd have beat LSU. But he overthrew his receiver because he was under pressure with that defense. The defense finally woke up and they lost. They won. LSU won 13-10. The second toughest game they won was Alabama, but Bama was trying to make a comeback at the end, but it was too late because LSU was blowing them out in the first half, and they ended up winning 48-41. But
great game.
It was a great game, and it was like we finally freaking beat them since 2011. But no, I have them back to back. Texas, when I get to them, that's a whole nother like conversation with Texas. Like going to be one of the top and best teams in the country going in this year. All right, now let's see what kind of love you're going to give for LSU. Just like I did with Georgia, give me your favorite Tiger you love watching and who you believe is the greatest LSU Tiger ever.
Ooh. I'm going to go just because of his name and he was all over the field. I'm going to go with Honey Badger. Funnest to watch.
Mine too.
And now just CBSU, the Honey Badger. And maybe recency bias. And I wanted to ask you, I still don't know how in the hell you guys had all these. You had Burrow, Chase, and Jefferson, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire all on the same team. And this is before.
They also had Terrence Marshall, and they had Jarek Stingley Jr. on that team, and they had Foster Moreau. They even had Thaddeus Moss and Randy Moss's son on the team too, and they had Fiocco, Brandon Fiocco. He was on that team too.
And this was NIL before NIL, wherever it. Anyway, but Justin Jefferson's just beast. He's a problem now in the NFL. I'm gonna say
he started one of the greatest celebrations ever. He started the gritty.
Yep. How about you, man? You're going to go way back. I know you follow him way more than I do. But, yeah, Justin Jefferson, Honey Badger.
Look, I didn't want to go way too back because before we had Honey Badger and Patrick Peterson and whatnot.
He's a beast, too.
I absolutely – don't ask why. I thought one guy who could have been a good Heisman candidate, but he wasn't even voted for it. He was so tremendous. He threw a 60-yard bomber in just standing alone, but he had a shit run in the NFL, Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, wow. Falling asleep in the meetings, man.
Yeah. Man, he was special. And then he changed his number to 2 his senior year because, like, I hunted for that number 4 jersey, but when he switched it to 2, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man? But no, Honey Badger, man, that was probably the heart and soul of LSU football.
Supposedly, Jamarcus Russell could throw up 50 yards off a knee.
He did 60.
Oh, wow.
It was 64. By the way.
Oh, there you go.
But like Honey Badger, it was like, yeah, he had number 14 before they gave him the number 7. That was his number. He was 14. They ranked him like they almost compared him to like Joe McKnight as like probably the best player to come out of Louisiana, like come out of the city of New Orleans. Like they had him up there with like Joe McKnight, rest in peace, and then of course like Peyton and Eli Manning and them to come out of the city of New Orleans. Like he was one of the very best. And he took that Honey Badger name to the NFL. Another guy who should have won the Heisman Trophy. They had him as a finalist in 2012, but no, not 2012. It was 2011. It was like him, Manti Te'o. Who won the Heisman in 2011? Was it RG? No, not RG3. That was what year was that? Shit.
Let's see. I have to look it up.
Like Tim Tebow was 08. 09 was Sam Bradford. 2010. I think 2010 was RG3, huh?
Let's see. Or
was it Derrick Henry?
Cam Newton, and then RG3 2011. 2012 was John Manziel. So it's
I forgot Cam Newton. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mark Ingram won it in Mark Ingram won in 09. No, yeah, Tebow won in 07, then Sam Bradford, then Mark Ingram. Okay, then when did RG3 win the Heisman?
2011.
20. So yeah, he did win it. He did win it. So yeah, Tyrann Matthews was a finalist with like Manti Te'o, I think was a finalist, and RG3. I thought they had a Bama player that was in the final because that was the year. I hate bringing it up, but that national championship with Alabama shouldn't have happened. I don't know if Oklahoma State would have won that fucking game. We'd have had Oklahoma State and LSU in the national championship, and LSU would have won title number 4 in 2011. Not Alabama. I wanted Brandon Weed versus Jordan Jefferson.
I forgot Bradford won one.
But we got AJ McCarron versus Jordan Jefferson instead. And the only guy who scored the touchdown in the national championship, I think it was Derrick Henry, huh?
Hey, here it is. Pop quiz. Who? Man, I don't even remember this guy. 2003. Who won Heisman 2003?
Oh, Mike. No, not Matt Leinart. That was 04.
Yeah, close. I don't remember this dude.
Was it shit? I'm trying to think. Did he play for Oklahoma?
He did.
Oh fuck! It was the quarterback.
Yeah, no, I don't remember this dude at all. Guess he had a good year.
Jason something. Shit. Oh,
Jason White.
I was about to say Jason Knight. That's a wrestler in ECW. No, Jason White. Yes,
he was It's got him undrafted. Was he undrafted? Did he even get drafted? It's got undrafted. 2005. Is that right?
That'd been crazy if you won the Heisman and not got drafted.
Anyway.
All right. Speaking of, all right, now we're gonna go to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Bringing in. Pete Golden was on the team. I think he was like an OC or DC under Lane Kiffin before he moved away to come to us. And then they gave him the head coaching job. So he actually been at Ole Miss. But last year, Ole Miss 13-2, 7-1 in the SEC, made the playoffs, lost in the semifinals to, I think it was Miami. They lost to.
Mm-hmm. Beat us, beat Georgia.
Yeah. Now, we'll see if they can pick back up. Ole Miss hasn't really been in the question since Lane Kiffin left to be like a favorite to win it all. But Ole Miss is kind of in a tussle right now to see where they're going to end up with the new head coach. But there's your schedule right there. They do have I think it's about this. No, they got more. They got one more. Well, neutral site game. I don't even know if I'm pretty sure they're the home team for the Louisville matchup. I'm not even sure. I know it's a neutral site, but you got 4.
It's got it in Nashville. That's interesting.
Yeah. You got Louisville, Charlotte. Is that Wofford before the Egg Bowl? Is that Wofford?
Mm-hmm.
Little dog.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like, I don't even know what the Wofford, isn't that like the Terriers or some shit? Like Wofford University?
Yes, I think it is Terriers. Good call.
All right. What you think Golden's going to do in his first year with Hotty Toddy? 13-2 last year. They went 7-1 in Lane Kiffin's year. But what's Golden going to do here?
Trinidad Chambliss is the real deal if he stays healthy. He's good, man. He's dangerous.
Potential Heisman candidate. I'll give you that.
He is. He was pulling crap out of his butt against Georgia. Got to give it to him, man. Louisville, that's a win. Charlotte. Lane Train comes in, gives him an L. It's a random train. At Florida.
That's the Lane Train. That's the Lane Train.
There it is, Lane Train. That train over here going by. Florida win. Vanderbilt was at 4-1. Missouri. They lose to Texas. They beat Georgia. I'm going to stick with that one. Georgia's on a loss. I think Oklahoma gets them. I'm going to go 9-3.
I also have Ole Miss going 9-3, and they'll might be on the cusp of making the playoffs.
Yep. Who's your 3? They're lost.
LSU, Texas, and Georgia.
Okay. That's 3 top 10 teams potentially where everybody ends up.
All right.
Yep.
There's some big names that came out of old Mississippi, but who is your favorite watching over there at the Grove?
Man, I'm gonna go with just the one popping off there, just because he's decent. I'm gonna go with his name. I'm gonna go Eli Manning.
Yeah, same. I was blessed to see Eli play in college before he went to the NFL. Like the first time I saw the Magnolia Bowl in 2002 or 3, I forgot what year it was, because he got drafted in 04, so I think it was in 2002 they came to Baton Rouge, and I got to see Eli play in person. It was one of the hardest games to get because it was a Manning.
Right.
Like Peyton Manning's baby brother playing at Ole Miss, and I'm like, didn't he play it? I'm like, didn't his daddy play at Ole Miss? They're like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, but Peyton didn't. Peyton went to Tennessee, and they're like, yeah, but they all like legends over there in New Orleans, over there at Newman. They all went. Them three. Well, I don't know about Archie. I don't think he went to Newman, but I know all 3 boys, including Colt, went to Newman. Odell Beckham Jr. went to Newman as well. The Newman Greenies and Arch Manning, of course, that's in Texas right now. The Newman Greenies. I got Ole Miss going 9-3 and eventually making the playoffs, but no, I'm gonna go with Eli too. Eli Manning. All right, we go across the state to start Vegas or whatever. Mississippi State. There's, I think, no, Jeff Levy's still there, or is it Levy? Levy's still there. Last year they went 5-8, 1-7 in the SEC.
They were scrappy towards the end of the year. Georgia came in and dog walked them, but they were kind of tough before that.
Look, I don't really have much to say on Mississippi State because they're like, we know who the real Bulldogs are in the SEC, but I actually don't mind that bold MSU logo. Like, I actually don't mind that one.
I think the cowbells are cool. It's original. I'll give them that.
They're not even
whatever they are.
They're probably only the second school I know that rings cowbells. McNeese, they're the Cowboys, and they have cowbells. But they're not crazy like them. I'm like, I'm shocked y'all don't have freaking dog whistles or something because y'all the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma State, they have paddles.
Yeah.
And they don't even have cowbells. I mean, but I can't even sit and relax and watch a Mississippi State game with all the freaking cowbells ringing. McNeese don't even have enough passion to ring cowbells like they do. Plus, they tried to ban them, but that backfired because I'm like, oh, if you're going to ban cowbells in college football, you better have a talk with Mississippi State. I bet if rest in peace Mike Leach, if he was still alive, he'd have got that battle won. God, I fucking loved Mike Leach, man. That was sad what happened with him.
Good on the mic, man. Cutting promos.
He was looked like a college football Jay Leno.
He was. He always kind of had that constipated look too on the sidelines.
I didn't mind that little M logo with state across it, but I called it the Sanford Bulldog logo. Like it had that bulldog just standing over that Mississippi State logo where it was like parallel. I hated that, but I don't mind this bold. I call it the baseball logo, the bold MSU logo. But man, rough schedule right here.
Yeah.
Man, oh shit, what you got?
At Minnesota is interesting. All right, I'm gonna go Louisiana win. I'll give them at Minnesota. Hey, little not digging the Big Ten. At South Carolina loss, Missouri loss. Tough stretch here, man. Alabama at LSU, Oklahoma, Texas could lose all. Looking back, I'm gonna say 4-8.
I'm gonna take the White as on the road because they're hosting UL Monroe. So yeah, and they're going to Baton Rouge. Yeah, so yeah, White is road games. Man, let me tell you this real quick. I don't know. Whatever they got caught doing on TikTok, they did like a girly TikTok, the damn football locker room. It was so bad. I have them. They're going 3-9, but they're not winning an SEC game. This is the freaking totem pole team of 2026.
Wow.
Monroe,
which one's worse, them or Arkansas? Who's fighting it out for the cellar?
What do you mean? Like who's going to get that one SEC win?
Yeah. Who's going to be the worst, you think? They're going to tie with Arkansas 3-9?
Mississippi State dead last.
Wow.
They're not even going to beat Vanderbilt. They're losing every SEC game. UL Monroe and Tennessee Tech will be their only big wins, blowout wins. Minnesota, I still believe the SEC is better than the Big Ten. I will give them the Minnesota game, but I won't be surprised if they lose it. But I think they can maybe pull it off, even though it's in Minnesota. If it had been at Davis Wade, they'd have blew them out of freaking Davis Wade with the cowbells. But wait till they go to Davis Wade in a couple of years. And I've heard some bad shit about Starkville. I heard it's a dry county. They don't sell alcohol.
Vegas.
You start Vegas, but you can't sell alcohol in your county. You have to go out the county. And they don't even allow I don't know how they sell beer in there. I don't even know if they sell beer in their stadium. If they're a dry county, they obviously don't. But everybody sneaks alcohol in football games. I freaking did that shit before LSU got their liquor license.
Like it.
But leave it to LSU. Okay, just like they did at Vanderbilt. If there's one road game, if you remember, their only road games are Ole Miss, Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, and Arkansas. What's one stadium LSU fans are going to outdrink the entire stadium, and they're going to run out of alcohol like they did with Vanderbilt on 2 different occasions? What's one road game they're going to buy all the alcohol?
Mississippi State. They're bringing it in.
No, Mississippi State's a home game. I'm talking about a road game. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, and Arkansas are the road games.
Ole Miss, man, I think you're going to be fighting in the crowds, man. They're going to hoity-toity, raging cages coming to town.
Look,
a lot of drinking.
I'm going to have my phone. I'm going to have notifications.
Where are you watching that game at? Where are you watching that one at?
That's a good question because I am not sure yet because they had to pick the worst day to do it. But where I help with high school football, we're having our kickoff auction and steak dinner the night of the Ole Miss game.
Oh, man.
But I'm pretty sure someone's going to have a TV up there because everyone's going to be dying to watch the Ole Miss game like it's Alabama. If not, if I go to that dinner, because I don't know if I want to pay $85 for a freaking ticket, I'm going to have this clipped on my – I'm going to pull this up to show you what this is. If I'm not in a bar or I'm sitting at my house watching it, I'm going to be at our high school football team's auction steak dinner. Because last year they did it for the Clemson game, and I was at the bar. I didn't go to the auction dinner last year. I was in the bar for the Clemson game. And this year, if they did it this year, I'm gonna be at the Clemson game. That was I paid over $200, almost $300 to sit in the nosebleed for the LSU game against Clemson. I've been fighting to get season tickets back. And I made a mistake dropping them in 2024 because I fell in love. And that shit's out the window now. I bought this on Amazon. I bought this for whenever I go to MLS games. It's a little wrist thing for your phone. I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to have the game on my phone at the auction watching it like this.
Oh, nice. All right.
But I had it like when I would go to Houston Dynamo matchups, the last one I went to, I brought this and I was keeping up with stats, red cards, and penalties and all that shit. Who got checked in, who got checked out.
That's awesome.
I found it on Amazon. Actually, I took this from iShow Speed when he had one on for FIFA, and I'm like, is that a thing? Is that a wrist clip for your iPhone? And they make different ones. It's actually for runners. When you're jogging or running, it's supposed to be for when you're jogging. If you want to change your song or check it's basically a mega freaking iWatch. If you want to see how much calories you burn and shit, they wear it on their wrist, or they'll they have one for your bicep. But I bought the one like this. But I'm probably, if I wear my iWatch, I'm gonna probably have to wear this big thing on this hand, and I'm not used to wearing something on my wrist on this side. So I got 4 or 5 weeks to figure that shit out.
There you go.
But no, Mississippi State 3-9.
Okay.
their only wins are their non-conference games. And this shouldn't take long. Who you believe was the greatest Mississippi State Bulldog you ever saw?
I'm guessing, man. I'm gonna say Dak Prescott.
Yeah, same here. Look, he was he's from Louisiana. Like, he's actually from Southwest Louisiana, around my area, but he moved to Shreveport. Went to high school in Haughton. He was one of the top players in the state. I saw him play against LSU in 2014, and that was all the years I saw them play Mississippi State. That was the first time I saw them lose to Mississippi State. It was in 2014, and then again in 2020 but I forgot who was that badass quarterback in 2020 when they beat LSU at the start of the COVID season. Oh, and he's got a catchy name, and I can't even remember it. Oh man, I really don't want to dig into that, but I figured maybe you remember.
I just remember the Will guy that we had. He gave supposedly Georgia problems.
But yeah, I think out of 5 Mississippi State games, I've seen them win 3 out of 5.
Wow.
Well, we'll jump to Missouri.
Was it KJ? No, KJ Costello, maybe?
Maybe. I'm trying to remember who was the quarterback.
Primary quarterbacks for Mississippi State in 2020, graduate transfer KJ Costello.
Maybe it was KJ.
Wow. Who started early part of season after setting a school record with 623 yards and a stunning upset win over LSU. Sorry to bring that up.
It's all right. That COVID. Everyone. COVID year was bad for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got Missouri, who got Elijah. He got the coolest name ever, Drinkwitz.
Eli Drinkwitz.
Yeah, we all do. But he's been at Missouri. He's been at Mizzou for a little while.
Yes.
But last year, Mizzou went 8-5 overall, 4-4 in the SEC. I know it's a little small, but I'm glad they just did words. So, like, I had to look closely, but then when I looked at it again, I said, "Oh, this is an easy selection right here."
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Arkansas Pine Bluff. You can tell who their mascot is. You're good. Go win at Kansas. That'll be I don't know if that's a long travel for them. They'll hang around in the first half. Kansas probably be scrappy. The Men of Troy, that's a win. At Mississippi State, that's a win. Then you got Florida, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. Could drop. I'm gonna go 3 straight right there. Lose to Georgia.
Oh wait, isn't the Kansas-Missouri matchup a rivalry? Isn't that the the Sunflower Showdown? But I thought Kansas and Missouri played a neutral site game in Kansas City.
Could be.
But okay, what you got Missouri going?
Chat GPT had 7-5. I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna go 7-5.
Okay, and who their 5 losses? Obviously,
Texas A&M, Ole Miss, 3's Texas, Georgia's 4, and we'll go Oklahoma 5.
So I got Missouri 8-4.
I can see
bowl
that.
eligible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. A&M. I see them actually losing back-to-back. A&M loss, Ole Miss loss. Texas and Georgia, another set of back-to-back losses. I think they can pull off Oklahoma. Yeah. It's a home game, and if it's a night game, they'll win that one at home.
Yeah.
And it's an old Big 12 rivalry they're renewing, so they're closing out. I mean, it's shocking that I don't know who Mizzou would close out with back in the day when they were in the Big 12, but I know Oklahoma, I'm shocked they're not closing out with Bedlam. And they're not even playing bad. They haven't really been playing Bedlam since they joined the SEC. They kind of killed that rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, 8-4, bowl eligible. This should be an easy one. I know who mine is. He used to be a Saint. I think I gave it away, but give me your all-time favorite Missouri Tiger.
Oh, man. I have to Google that one. He caught me on that one. Missouri Tiger. Go ahead and give me yours. I'm thinking. Sorry.
I'm going to say the greatest backup for Drew Brees, Chase Daniel.
Wow.
He was like a stud when it was Big 12 Mizzou. Like, I think it was there was their winningest quarterback ever in Mizzou history. Like, he still has records that he had no one broken after almost over 20 plus years. And I'm pretty sure we have someone in the College Huddle that's a Mizzou guy. He can bring that up.
About Brad Smith. He had some numbers.
Yeah, Brad was something too.
Yeah, Chase Daniels popped up here too. Programs leader in passing yards, over 12,000, 101 touchdowns.
Yeah, I figured
Heisman Trophy
still,
finalist 2007. It's good.
And that was Tim Tebow winning the Heisman that year.
Mm-hmm.
My senior year in high school, and then I got to see Tebow play in the Capital One Bowl against Michigan. And I think I was the only one rooting for Tebow in Florida because it was the SEC. My family was rooting for Michigan because we met some Michigan players at Universal Studios and rode a bus with them back to the hotel because they were staying in the same hotel we were.
Right. Well,
I didn't regret not picking them, but I was like, "Oh, I'm happy for them." But I was rooting for the SEC that night. Yeah, mine's Chase Daniels too. But
gotcha.
Let's talk about a team with rich history, but trying to make some noise in the SEC. We got Oklahoma, or I would call them Choklahoma when shit don't go their way. But
is that cart going to fall over this year?
So Brent Venables, or how do you say his last name?
Venables, yep.
10-3 last year, 6-2 in the SEC. I think they were in the playoff. No, they were in the playoffs, so they were short.
Alabama beat them.
They were short. In the play. Oh yeah, in Norman.
That's right.
Yeah, they had the rematch because remember Oklahoma beat them in the regular season 2 years in a row, and then they had their playoff rematch, and the winner had to go play Fernando Mendoza and shit. And yeah, okay, now I remember. I try not to think about that again because I was furious that Bama found a way to survive another week before they got their asses kicked on New Year's Day. But I wouldn't say not bad of a schedule, but I mean they got like a couple of tough, like they got freaking Michigan week 2.
New coach,
I think in the big house.
Yeah, John Mateer coming back. They'll have a good defense. They're scrappy. Just not sure if they're how explosive they are on offense. I'm gonna go UTEP win. I'm gonna go at Michigan because I'm not sold on them. New coaching staff. Was Blake Underwood still there? He's still got a lot to prove. He struggled last year. New Mexico, that's a win. 3-0. Then you got to go to Georgia. That'll be a rock fight. Georgia wins a close one in that one. Then you got to go to Texas and Dallas. Loss. Kentucky, Mississippi State, South Carolina. I'm going to go 9-3. They missed the playoffs.
I got Oklahoma.
They don't have enough offense.
I got Oklahoma going 8-4.
Okay.
So
what's your 4 losses?
I just think the fact that's in the big house, I think it's a loss. Especially if it's a noon game. It could be a noon game or even a night game if they're lucky. I just still think we call them Choklahoma for a reason when they can't win big time marquee games. Georgia loss, obviously. Red River rivalry, I'm giving that to Texas. And then the 4th loss is Ole Miss. Now, I know Oklahoma's got a rich history of some of the great football players to come out of Boomers Sooner, but I've paid attention to them a time or two, but I've never severely followed them. but there was one particular player for me that I absolutely loved. Obviously Oklahoma, they always got to get their players from Texas.
Sorry to cut you off. I looked it off. Oklahoma at Michigan, 12 o'clock, Fox. So it's a noon game.
Okay.
Yep.
So who you got as like favorite Sooner you ever watched?
I'm just going recency bias. He was a beast. I'm gonna go AP, Adrian Peterson.
Yes. One of the best to come out the Lone Star State. We were lucky to have him 1 year with the Saints, even though I still thought he was a beast with the Minnesota Vikings. And I believe if he ever retires in the NFL, he's going to retire as if he goes in the Hall of Fame. I think he goes in as a Viking. I did enjoy his one season with the New Orleans Saints, but man, he was something in that purple and gold. But yeah, from Palestine, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Palestine, but yeah, he was another guy I believe should have been a Heisman Trophy winner while he was at Oklahoma. All right, Alexa, play Sandstorm because now we're going to South Carolina. I love Sandstorm. That's somebody
Willie D.
I do like if I ever get a chance to. If I ever go to William Bryce, it has to be a night game. I got to see this. I got a damn Sandstorm at night, even though if I'm going to root for the Gamecocks, it's got to be like against anybody except LSU or Georgia or someone they can't beat. Like it's got to be someone they can beat if I'm going to root Sandstorm. But
yeah.
Gamecocks, Shane Beamer, you are on thin ice right now. I know you come from a rich history. Your dad was a legend. I'm not going to question his dad. He's one of the best to do it, but Shane Beamer, man, you got to do something, man. Last year you went 4-8 overall, 1-7 in the SEC. You did almost beat LSU that 1 year when game day was in Columbia. If that missed field goal, that kind of like took a heavy breather from me when South Carolina missed that field goal and we won the game. But
how about that being up 28-0 over Texas A&M, then choke on the chicken ball in the second half? That was bad from last year.
Look, I don't know what I was thinking, man. I was so glad we got Spencer Rattler because he had one outstanding game against Tennessee and he can't do shit with the Saints. He's going to drop to QB3. With what happened in that Jags game, I think Zach Wilson's going to be Tyler Shuck's backup. Zach Wilson had an awesome performance.
Are you excited about Tyler guy? He looks pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You excited?
Oh, I'm not going to compare to Drew Brees, but he's going to be special if we can keep him around and keep him healthy. I do believe he would have been Rookie of the Year if we'd have started the season with him instead of Spencer Rattler. Shit, Hunter Deckers will probably be third string, and Spencer Rattler's going to be fourth.
Might be practice squad.
Or practice squad, I don't know. But, man, I had hopes for that kid. I watched this documentary on QB1, Beyond the Lights on YouTube. He started at Oklahoma, then went to South Carolina, had one fucking good game with Tennessee, and I thought he was the best thing I ever saw. And I did with him like I did with Garrett Grayson from Colorado State. And look how that shit ended up with Garrett Grayson. But hey, y'all got tuna fish Tagovailoa with Michael Penix Jr.
Hey, we got the medical tent. That's what that is.
How many concussions do you think Tua's going to have with Atlanta? At least one.
I don't know if he makes
two.
He doesn't make it through half the season. I don't want him to take a shot, but yeah, he don't. Yeah, he's
what happened with Penix? He get hurt?
Blew his knee out late last year. Yeah, coming off an ACL, I believe.
And he's still like, I know that's why they picked up Tua from Miami, but I was like, I was trying to remember what happened with Penix.
Like $1 million.
And who else y'all got at quarterback?
Penix, and then some third string dude they picked up. He's D2 maybe. Forget. Man, that NFC South's going to be a rock fight.
Well, let's see what happens here. But yeah. Oh, and I have Oklahoma bowl. I think I said bowl eligible. All right, South Carolina. Here's what we got for the Gamecocks.
All right, we go Kent State win because I like Lenora Sellers, and they got Kendall Briles, who's proven pretty good OC. I think that was a good hire. Towson's, they're going to be a win. Mississippi State start out 3-0, got them rocking. Then at Alabama, they'll take an L. I can see that being kind of close. They played them tough a couple years ago. Kentucky win. Lose to Florida, Tennessee, Oklahoma. Texas A&M gets tough through there. You're going to lose to Georgia. But I think he's going to go at Clemson, beat Dabo 7-5, and keep his job one more year. 7-5.
And bowl eligible.
Bowl
Or will they be
eligible.
short of a bowl?
He bowl eligible and keeps his job by beating Dabo at Clemson. Keeps his job. They hate each other.
I think this could be the end of the line for Dabo. I think this is where Clemson's really going to fall. But South Carolina, I got the Gamecocks 6-6 bowl eligible.
Now, I had a South Carolina buddy off the college huddle. I don't think 6-6 keeps his job. He said if they beat Clemson 7-5 or better, he probably stays. But they lost two of their top wide receivers in camp already, banged up.
Damn. Well, I think they start off 3-0. They Kent State, Towson, Mississippi State. They start 3-0. Bama gives them their first loss.
They go down to Tuscaloosa and get the win. Sets them up.
Oh yeah, he got his job saved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, he can beat Tennessee or Texas A&M or even Georgia, and he'll still keep his job.
Yeah. There you go.
But Bama will be their first loss. They'll bounce back, beat Kentucky. They'll lose to Florida, lose to Tennessee, lose to shit. They're gonna lose. If the bye week wasn't right there, they'd have lost like 4 in a row. But bye week in between those losses. But beat Arkansas, lose to Georgia, but win the Palmetto Bowl, beat Clemson in 6-6. It keeps his job. I know there were some Gamecocks that come and gone, but don't worry, Spencer Rattler ain't my favorite. Mine was Marcus Lattimore.
Good call. I'm going to go switch it up, Javon Clowney. That Michigan hit, he killed that kid.
Oh, man, that still lives rent-free in my head. Oh, look, I got a quick story before we get to Tennessee.
Yep.
He got drafted in 2014, the year he made that freaking hit. I was working in Bryan, Texas. Bryan, Texas is right next to College Station, and I was staying at a hotel in College Station while working out there. The best part about that hotel, I was literally 2 blocks from A&M's campus, and there was a Buffalo Wild Wings next door to my hotel. And we went to beat-ups like every other night. I was there for the 2014 NFL draft. So we got off work, or they let us work half a day because he was like, we knew getting back to the hotel was going to be chaotic. When we got to beat-ups, thank God we got there early because you thought it was Super Bowl Sunday. It was so packed with not just A&M people, with Texans fans, because they were waiting to – Texans had the number 1 pick. They were waiting to see if they were going to get Clowney, and they were waiting to see where their boy Johnny Manziel was going that same year. When they drafted Clowney, holy crap, you thought Texans won the Super Bowl. When Johnny Manziel got drafted to the Cleveland Browns, you thought Texas A&M won the national championship. They were going crazy for those 2 picks. And I'm in a fucking LSU shirt on A&M campus with a Saints hat. Like, waiting to see who the Saints picked up and who from LSU was going to be on the clock. But, yeah, that was a great experience while I was in College Station. I was there the night Manziel got drafted on A&M's down the road from A&M, and the Texans drafting Clowney in the first pick of the draft. So that's awesome. My story. All right, now we go to Rocky Top. Josh Heupel in Tennessee.
Josh Heupel.
Heupel. All right. I still can't pronounce that. I think he was under Nick Saban too at one point in his career, I know he played for Alabama. He played at Alabama. I know that.
I thought he played at Oklahoma.
Or Oklahoma. I thought maybe it was Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I think he coached under Saban too.
Yeah.
8-5 last year, 4-4 in the SEC.
Unproven at quarterback. Got a new quarterback coming in, dude. They spread you out, high octane offense. Even though when you really look at it, they run the ball a lot, but they do throw it around. Let's see. All right, Furman win. At Georgia Tech will be an interesting game, kind of close, but they'll win that. Kennesaw State win. Texas loss. Auburn and Arkansas, they should win. Alabama loss. At Texas A&M, LSU. Anyway, I'm going to go 8-4. Like a big old bowl of oatmeal. They're an 8-win program, 7-8-win program.
All right. 9-3. And if they don't make the playoffs, they're definitely bowl eligible.
Nice.
So I only have them losing to Texas, Auburn, and Texas A&M.
Also, don't play Georgia this year, first time in a long time.
Yeah, that's another crazy thing too. But Texas, that's their first. Texas is gonna show them who's the real UT of the SEC. They're gonna have their shit with the state of Texas. They're gonna lose to both Texas teams. Mm-hmm. And that's it. If there's one team that can pull an upset at Rocky Top, I think Auburn can upset them at home.
Yeah.
But I still have them beating Alabama, and I still have them beating LSU. But I could be wrong. And I think we're going to have the same answer here, but come on. If there's only one person we're going to say who's the best volunteer ever we enjoyed, it's got to be Peyton Manning.
Actually, I was going to go outside the box just because I watched him a little bit different. He's a man-child. I'm going to go Jamal Lewis. He's fun to watch.
Oh, shit, yeah. He was
Dude, he was a beast. He was good in the league, too.
Look, it was out of Peyton Manning or Alvin Kamara for me, but I can't leave Peyton behind. I was lucky to see Peyton play.
Peyton's a man.
In college. Yeah.
0-3 against Florida, though, I think.
Yeah. All right. Texas. Steve Sarkisian. Arch Manning. Is
horns
this
down.
their year? Is it horns down or will the horns stick up? Because last year, 10-3, 6-2, couldn't get to the SEC championship, but they got to the playoffs.
Georgia's beat them. Georgia's beat them three straight times. Who's your daddy? And beat them in baseball.
I don't know. Texas made the play. No, Texas didn't make the playoffs last year.
They didn't. They were trying to get in. Didn't do it.
They tried. They went in.
Didn't Texas A&M break their hearts?
No. Texas A&M never beat Texas since they renewed the.
What was the loss that broke their back? There was one of them. They're like, damn, they lost to them. Forget who it was. Ohio State beat them. Georgia beat them. Who's the other one?
I'm about to look it up, but no. They did make the play. The first year they had the 12 playoff team. They made it, but they beat Clemson and then they lost. Shit. I'm looking.
All right. Positives. Arch Manning.
Florida. They lost to Florida.
That was a bad loss. Yeah. Bad Florida.
And they lost in the swamp. And I want to say they rushed the field.
Yeah.
Because they were the number no, they weren't ranked. No, I don't think they were ranked. They were.
Is this a make or break year for Sark? What do you do with him? All right, Arch Manning coming back last year, proven, has been up and down. Cam Coleman, number one wide receiver transfer from Auburn. They got loaded guys on defense. Will Muschamp comes over from Georgia. He was an analyst. We hated to lose him as DC. Playoff or bust or big run. And then another one I got to say is they just had a big injury on their O-line, I believe. As I heard their offensive line's questionable. And as you know, you don't have an O-line in the SEC. That's problems. Go to the schedule. Texas State win. Got Ohio State. I'm not sold on Ohio State. Man, that's going to be a boomer right out of the back. I think Arch Manning and them get a little hot, win by probably 3 to 7 points. I'm going to say they beat Suck Nuts. UTSU win.
UTSA? Oh,
yeah, UTSA. I think LSU gets them. I'm going to go 10-2 and then make the playoffs. I think that O-line shows them down the stretch with some injuries, shows up, gives us some problems. Got to have a good O-line in the SEC. They are loaded, though. Very talented. A lot of hype.
Here's the thing. They're just got to be lucky Georgia's not on the schedule.
Georgia has owned them recently. I'll say that.
They will meet Georgia.
Yeah.
You might have heard my prediction on that, but I got Texas going 11-1.
Who's your loss?
Texas A&M.
They're
going to be
LSU.
They're going to be. They're going to be. They beat LSU. I said LSU would lose to Texas.
Is it close? Is it close?
The fact it's in Baton Rouge, it could be a close game.
Right.
But Texas is ready to get fire after what happened in 2019 when we embarrassed them in their house and they made our band sit in the nosebleed. But they're going to be 11-0, thinking, "Oh, we just need one more win to have a perfect regular season." And little baby brother, third time's the charm, is going to finally beat Texas in the SEC.
Right.
They're going to finally win that rivalry game for the first time in 13, 14 years. It's been almost 15 years since they beat Texas in that rivalry ever. Because their last game as Big 12 members, Texas won. And then when they brought it back, Texas blew them out the first year in College Station. Texas A&M almost beat them last year. Like they're out for blood. Like they should have won last year, but they barely lost. I think this is going to be a bounce back, and they finally beat Big Brother, and it's going to wreck them that they're not going to the SEC championship with a perfect record to play Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I like it.
And I think I gave that away. My SEC championship prediction is Georgia and Texas.
I can see that.
If there's a dark horse to make it to the SEC championship outside of them, I got three other teams in mind: LSU, Oklahoma, or even possibly Ole Miss as dark horses to play Georgia.
I like those.
Georgia's gonna go either way. Like I said, if they don't play Texas, they can play LSU. They can play Oklahoma.
Any chance Alabama surprises anybody? Or you think they're going? Nope. They're down.
Nope. Dynasty's over, like I said. And favorite Longhorn of all time? I know there was rich history of Longhorn players, but man, the only time in my life I ever wore that damn orange and threw those horns up was Vince Young. There was nobody as good as Vince Young.
That was probably one of the greatest college football games, man. That was good.
That was no disrespect to Reggie Bush, but like USC was the dynasty team that everyone hated in the 2000s. Like before there was Alabama, there was USC. Everyone was tired of USC being that team to always go in their rich history. But when Texas did it in the freaking Rose Bowl, it was that play on 4th and 8 when he just kept it and like ran outside the pocket and ran in untouched and just tiptoed in the end zone with like less than a minute left to win the national championship. Yeah. That was magic. And I've rewatched that game during COVID because I was just randomly watching stuff, and it felt like 2005, 6 all over again, rewatching that awesome game when Texas, and I think they had a perfect season that year, I think, too. They either had a perfect season or they only had one loss, but I swear they had a perfect season when they beat USC.
Good pick.
But, yep, that's what I'm picking with the Longhorns.
How about Reggie Williams, man? He was solid.
Ricky Williams.
Yeah, Ricky Williams. Sorry, Ricky Williams.
Yeah. I didn't see him play. I didn't really watch him in college. I just only watched him as a Saint.
Yeah.
But he was like the biggest. But you saw what Ditka had to do to get him. Like all those freaking trades in '98. When I saw what they had to get rid of to get Ricky Williams, and they still couldn't win shit with him, I was like, I see why we wore paper bags and we criticized Ditka. All right. Texas A&M, the team with no cheerleaders. We call them the milkmen.
The 12th man too, right? Giving hugs.
I'll give you what. For a military school, Texas A&M is a beautiful, beautiful campus.
Yeah.
They got the biggest stadium in the SEC now. They actually are. And Kyle Field is now bigger than Rocky Top. What's their fucking Neyland? It's bigger than Neyland Stadium. It's bigger than Death Valley. It's bigger than Bryant Denny. Yeah, Kyle Field went from like 80,000 to like 112,000 or something like that. Like, been in it once. Beautiful, beautiful. Once or twice. I've been in it before it got renovated in 2012, and then I went again in 2016. Like, beautiful place. College Station's a beautiful town too, but fuck A&M. Mike Elmo, last season A&M 11-2, 7-1, made it to the playoffs.
They were surprised. They were good.
Yeah, and I remembered when
I think you got Revis coming back too. I think the quarterback's coming back.
Yeah, but but the only time I really kind of, when they had Kevin Sumlin as their coach, like the only time I ever kind of liked him, and because he coached Johnny Manziel and all that. I don't know. Kevin Sumlin was okay at A&M, but no one really talks about that anymore. But what can A&M do? Can they make another playoff appearance with this schedule? I mean, this seems like a pretty decent, but a few tough opponents here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Missouri State win, Arizona State win, Kentucky win, at LSU loss, Arkansas win. So you're looking at 4-1. At Missouri could be tough. Citadel win, at Alabama, at South Carolina. Then you got at Oklahoma and Texas. I'm gonna go 9-3 in ChatGPT, 9-3.
I have them also going 9-3, but they don't make the playoffs. They'll just be bowl eligible. But LSU, Alabama, and Oklahoma are my losses. Arizona. Well, no. Now that they lost, they lost Sam, they'll beat Texas. They're still going to beat Texas. That's it. They're going to give Texas their only loss.
Nice.
No, Arizona. If Sam Levitt probably would have stayed at Arizona State, it could have been a hell of a game there. But I think they're probably going to blow out Arizona State.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to say they don't. Oh no, it is at Kyle Field. So yeah, they're going to blow Arizona State out of Kyle Field.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first 3 games are going to be blowouts, and then LSU be a struggle loss. Arkansas, that's a neutral site. They play that at AT&T Stadium. They should beat them no problem, but it could be a struggle win. I mean, that's a heated rivalry with the old Southwest Classic. Missouri could be a struggle win. Citadel, that's a blowout. Alabama, that's a loss. South Carolina, that should be an easy win. Tennessee, I think they can beat Tennessee, but it's at Kyle Field. I think they can beat Tennessee at home.
Mm-hmm.
But Oklahoma's a loss, and then Texas, that's a home game. They're gonna go crazy if they beat Texas in Kyle Field, and it's a night game too, and it's on Thanksgiving night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Favorite, okay. The favorite Aggie, okay. I was stuck on 2, but I'm going to go by conference. This is an SEC team now. SEC A&M, I'm going to say Mike Evans. If this would have been Big 12 A&M, I'd have said Von Miller ASAP.
You know who I got to go with, man?
Johnny Manziel, really?
It's great. Dude, I watched this documentary, loved it. Dude, he was NIL before NIL. Selling his jerseys, partying his ass off in Florida. Great.
Look, he was able to beat Alabama his 2 years at A&M. Never lost to Alabama. I'll give him that.
Never went to practice. Pulled it off, man. Sandball.
Yeah, and then he became a bad influence to guys like Diego Pavia. Didn't make a career with the Cleveland Browns, and then he had to go play Canadian football with the Hamilton.
Diego Pavia is looking for a team now, man. The worst thing ever. Get an agent, man. You're getting cut everywhere.
I say this every time. Like, where's the clip at? I did this as a joke. Like, he didn't even get drafted, but he got invited to the Ravens, like, team camp or whatever, and didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
He's probably going to go play Canadian football or maybe United Football League if that's still going around. But
XFL, The Rock.
Yeah, the UFL, the United Football League. But basically, this is Diego Pavia right now before the NFL kicks
I
off.
passed for 3,500 yards last season, and I ain't even gonna touch a football until you get off your fat rich asses and renegotiate my bullshit contract.
I like it. That's good.
He got Johnny Manziel's attitude right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, we got Vandy last. He ain't my favorite player at Vandy, but now let's look at Vanderbilt. Clark Lee gave him the greatest season I think ever in franchise history. 10-3, 6-2. But Diego Pavia was a Heisman finalist. I'll give him that. But I think that was a one-hit wonder. But look at this schedule. What's going to happen next? What's Clark Lee going to do with Vandy now with Diego gone? Are they going to pick up where they left off, or this is the end of the line and they're back in rebuilding mode?
So they got 5-star Jared Curtis, who was a Georgia clean commit for a lot of his commitment, but flipped at the very end. So this one's Georgia's always been a little salty. Guess I can't blame the kid because he wouldn't have played this year. He'd been behind Gunnar Stockton. Also, I believe they lost their whole offensive line in 70% of their snaps. True freshman coming in. Austin Peay win, Delaware win, NC State beats them, Auburn beats them at Georgia, rolling. Anyway, I'm going to go 4-8. Generous 4-8 with Jared Curtis taking his lumps as a true freshman. Kid's good on film. I, as a Georgia fan, would have loved to have him. But
okay.
No offensive line. It's going to be tough sledding.
You said 4-8, so Austin Peay, Delaware wins. Who are their two SEC wins?
I'm going to say Mississippi State and Kentucky if I had to pick.
Okay, so back-to-back.
Actually, I like that beat. I'm going to go back-to-back or the other tweener game to get that 4 beat NC State.
So I have them going 3-9.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just like Mississippi State, I think and Kentucky and Arkansas. So 4 3-9 teams, but Vandy might be the second worst team behind Mississippi State worse.
Man, that Mississippi State Vanderbilt game, that'll be just rock fight thrown at each other, right?
That's gonna be their only SEC win is Mississippi State.
Yeah, got to beat them at the Cowbells.
They're gonna beat the Cowbells, and then Austin, of course, they'll start 2-0, but NC State's gonna give them a reality dose. It's about to be a long week. You're about to have a 5-game losing streak. Well, make it 6 plus NC State, but after us, you got 5 more losses coming after us. Mm-hmm. And then Mississippi State to get over one little hump, and then it's Bama runs them over, Florida runs them over, Tennessee. I mean, I don't know how heated the rivalry is, or I know Tennessee dominates the rivalry, but I mean, it's at Vandy, so I mean, it could be a hell of a game, but Tennessee probably will run them over too. Which I do have Tennessee winning, but I don't know. It could be a blowout or it could be a struggle win. But Now, Vandy, I'm gonna say Jay Cutler was probably the best Vanderbilt Commodore I ever saw.
You're bringing it way back, Jay Cutler.
The former Bear.
I'm gonna go old school. I never really watched him. Archie Manning, the original, Golden. Did he play at night? Didn't play at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Archie played at Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's right. I missed that one. He played for your New Orleans Saints. Took a pound.
I thought you were about to say that offensive lineman from the Buffalo Bills. I forgot his damn name. He went to Vanderbilt. One of their star offensive linemen, and part of that long run the Bills had, losing 4 straight Super Bowls. I forgot his name.
About Jordan Matthews.
Jordan.
SEC all-time leader in receptions. Why not? That was a complete Google.
All right.
Yeah, but I'll go with Jay Cutler. He's the man.
Well, that did with the schedule preview, but I gave you my SEC championship prediction. What do you have?
I like that. Even though, man, I'm telling you, I don't want to play on this thing anymore. It's like a waste, give up some injuries. It's about long games, it's about the marathon. But I'm going to do, if we got to do it, Georgia, Texas.
And Georgia wins another one. Or does Texas finally get one?
Man, I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind ducking this game. I wouldn't mind. I'd take 10-2, get that 5th, 6th seed, get a home game in Athens. That place is rocking. Dodge that game. Let's say if we're sitting there 3 or 4 again and we win, and we don't move, it's like a pointless game. Used to
now. I probably would still pick Georgia to win the SEC, but if they would have had 2 meetings, like if they'd have met in the regular season and then met again in Atlanta, you ought to split it. Like one, like if it had been in Austin, I probably would have had y'all winning on the road, and then they come in Atlanta and win it in y'all's backyard.
If LSU wants to jump in our spot, LSU goes 10-2, wins the tiebreaker over us. Hey, good, go ahead, man. Good job. You want to play Texas or whatever? I'll let you go ahead.
Now, do you have one or even both as a contender to win the national championship, or no SEC team has a chance to win one? Because I have a top 4 who I could see win the national championship or especially play in it, but 2 are in the SEC. So I'll say, because at first I had Georgia as one of my favorites to win it all. Like I mainly was focusing on 2 teams. So Georgia was one of. I said if anybody from the SEC wins, it's probably gonna be Georgia. Kirby wins his 3rd title. If anyone else from the SEC might have a shot to play, at least play in it, maybe not win it, is Texas. But you look on the other hand, if anybody from the Big Ten gets in, it could be Ohio State. But if Ohio State makes it to the national championship, I don't have them winning it. The only other 4th team I have to go to a natty that could win it all is Miami. I kind of want Georgia Miami in the national championship, but I feel like we might end up with like Georgia Ohio State or Georgia Miami.
You're high on Miami, huh?
The season they had last year.
How about the quarterback? Who you like? Who's gonna be the quarterback?
Carson Beck ain't there no more. I don't even know who Miami picked, but whoever's on the cover of the college football game with Lacey from Ole Miss and that guy from Oregon, he could be a Heisman candidate. I can't remember his name. I'm about to pull the cover up.
Man, everybody's really high on Oregon. Man, got their the quarterback back. You think they're frauds?
It'll be shocked if they make that. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs, but if they make the playoffs, I think they choke.
All right. Man, how about all this Notre Dame love? Carr's back, good defense. They're hot down the stretch. They're going to get in no matter what.
Dante Moore could be a Heisman candidate for Oregon. Malachi Tony's the one from Miami. I could see him as a Heisman contender.
He's
Kawan Lacey,
good.
Kawan Lacey, hell no. Colin Simmons, no. Leonard Moore, no. Jaden Mavia, hell no. No, I feel like replace Kawan Lacey with Trinidad Chambliss. That's your Heisman finalist with Malachi Tony and Dante Moore. Dante Moore probably will win the Heisman, but like I said, if Oregon makes the playoffs, they're going to choke in the 1st round.
Yeah.
Or they'll choke in the quarterfinals.
Right.
But let's wrap up with the AP Top 25 you were talking about.
Anyway,
I can pull it up, but I'm going to pull it on my phone.
Yeah, there you go. Let me look real quick.
All
right. So the question is, I'll have the AP.
You're going to pull it up. Or no, you ain't gonna be able to pull it up on here, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking. So anyway, here's the question. Last year I think 3 of them didn't make it, but what team in the top 10 that is preseason in the top 10 will be unranked if you had to pick at the end of the year?
All right, so let's see. Number 1, Ohio State. 2, Oregon. 3, Georgia. 4, Notre Dame. 5, Texas. 6, Indiana. 7, Miami. 8, Texas A&M. 9, Ole Miss, and 10, Oklahoma. That's your preseason top 10. I see. I have one for sure I can see get knocked out, but maybe 2. the other team, I'm going to have to pull their schedule up, but I think you might know who my second team is. But
I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna go with two SEC schools.
I got the defending champs get knocked out. The top 10.
I was talking about the top 25. They won't be ranked at the end of the year. This is tough.
We're doing top 25. Okay.
Like the whole bottom falls out. They're like 7-5, 8-4. Yeah, that's why it's the question. Won't be ranked. For example, Penn State last year, number 2 coming in. Clemson, I think they were number 4, non-ranked, 7-6, lost their bowl game. And then the other one was, man, who's another? Oh yeah, LSU. You guys are hate to bring it up. You guys are preseason. Didn't get ranked. Anyway, sorry to bring that up. But anyway,
I can see just because they're not in a conference, I could see Notre Dame out of it too.
Oh wow. I think they get in, man. Even this whole thing, if they're ranked in the top 12, they get in. I don't know if I see 4 losses.
I'm pulling their schedule up on my iPad.
I think they got a cheesy schedule too. Somebody was saying the other day.
They probably got the easiest schedule ever. It might not even give them enough points to even try and get in the playoffs.
They're on Peacock Network.
All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna go ahead and make mine. I can see the bottom falling out like 8-4. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. I'm not sold on Mateer. They got a tough schedule. If I had to pick, Texas A&M close second. Bottom falls in.
The only team I could see them losing for sure is Miami. Miami's gonna beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I don't get the BYU hype. I don't think BYU's that fucking good. I mean, I think they can beat BYU. Navy might be a shock. Navy's supposed to be really good. But like they say don't sleep on SMU either, but like I think they're gonna be like 11-1 or 10-2.
10-2 gets who Notre Dame 10-2 gets them in.
I have them definitely losing to Miami, and if they lose another team, like if they lose one of those 10,000 rivalry games they have, they're going to lose to Navy. Shockingly, but it's a neutral site game. It's in Foxborough. Indiana, I mean, like I said, I think they lost. They lost Fernando Mendoza. They lost like quite a bit of good people from that offense to the NFL draft.
I think everybody's like still loving Stignetti. He'll just outcoach teams.
So, I mean, I think they start hot. I think if Nebraska don't give Indiana their first loss, I think it's Ohio State.
Right.
Michigan, it's at the big house. I mean, they could pull the upset, but like another team they were talking about is Washington. So like I could see maybe Indiana lose like 2 or 3 games. Lose to Ohio State, probably lose to Michigan, and probably Nebraska or Washington. Like if they lose to Nebraska, they're going to lose 3 straight to Ohio State, Michigan as well. And then they may not get knocked out the top 25 or it'll be close. But you look at everybody else, I'm looking at the top 20. Texas Tech, I mean, before all that shit happened with the gambling, they were like a favorite to go deep. But I think Texas Tech's washed up. They're probably going to get knocked out with all the shit they're going through. BYU, USC get knocked out. Penn State's get knocked out. Washington might get knocked out. SMU's get knocked out. Iowa, Houston, Louisville, and Missouri all out the top 25.
Hey, we're up to 44 people watching, man. Is that pretty good? Just looking at the clock.
Yeah.
Count. Good, man.
Utah will be the lowest preseason top 25 that's still going to hang on because I have Utah as a contender to win the Big 12.
I like it. The Utes. Even though Utah's coach was Michigan now. That was a good hire. He's safe. He's never really gotten any trouble.
Yeah. But like it depends on what they do at Texas Tech. Like, do they even still have a week 1 opponent? Because they're talking about their teams that don't want to play them no more with the whole gambling issue. And Texas was begging to play them week 1, but it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But man, that's about all I got for 2 hours, man.
Yeah, man. I hope I'm not in trouble with the misses over here, but yeah, it's good.
This was great. I knew this was going to be a banger, but this was great. So I'm calling anybody in the College Huddle. Like, I'm sure if there's someone from Clemson in the College Huddle, get with me. I need a week 1 guest.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I can connect him, man. He's good. Man, he used to be another alternate. He was Brian from Clemson Football Live. He's got a big he might have 10,000 subscribers, but I can try to hook you up with him, man. He'll be a good one. Dude's a good dude. Straight shooter.
Yeah, give him a holler because, like I said, we got almost everybody in the SEC chapter except I think like
there's no Vandy guy. If you run into a straggler Vandy guy out there, I'm looking for one too.
So right now we have everyone except someone from Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and Vanderbilt. Everybody else is filled in for the SEC, but
I might have an Oklahoma dude. I'm gonna have him. I've already reached out for Oklahoma guy, and he's got like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers.
I just need a Mississippi State guy because like everyone else we're playing in the SEC, we have people, and I love how on Google Sheets we got their like handles to get a hold of them, email addresses and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't put my phone number. I ain't putting that shit. I'm just gonna,
there it is.
Just message me on X.
But the way I look at it, it's a good network to hey, I would have ran into you, LSU. Let's have a collab for when we play LSU if you were on our schedule. That's the way I looked at it. It's a good connection.
That's the same way with driving to the top. Like especially if you need somebody for NFL teams, driving to the top just got about somebody for almost everybody for the NFL. We don't have all 32 NFLs, but I might be one of the only people that represents two teams. I do Saints and Texans, but we got somebody for the Steelers, somebody for the Bills, the Bears, the Ravens, the who else we got? Like we got the 49ers, the Packers. We got a Lions guy too.
Got a Falcons guy?
Nope. No, you're the Falcons guy. You're four times to the top, yeah.
Oh well, you gonna throw me in there now?
I think the only one that has more than one person is the Steelers, and that's two of the main guys that run this network.
Yeah, they always have a big following. Yeah.
Rich don't mind doing the Cowboys, but he despises Dallas. But he knows a lot about them too because he lives in the Dallas area,
right?
And he used to work for Jerry Jones. So
awesome.
But yeah, hey, when it's Falcons when it's the Dirty South rivalry, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, man, for sure. I'll try to wing it. Michael Penix skipping in there, coming in with Tua, being in the medical tent already. Another concussion. I think he's done.
So let me see. I know the first meeting is like Monday Night Football in New Orleans. That's like week 4. Yeah, October 5th. So like if we'd have did something for a Monday night game, I'd probably would do like a special episode the day before. But if it had been like a normal basis, like we play again on January 3rd, I would do it like that Wednesday or something before the Sunday.
Yeah.
Or we could pull something the day before because college football damn near be over by then. It'll just be playoff time. I don't think playoffs will get in the way. Doing like a special edition when we get close to that time either, but
yeah, man.
We'll talk more about it and keep it updated. But other than that, yeah. Anybody else in the College Huddle, like I'll hit you guys up. Find somebody.
Yeah, man.
Clemson game, Ole Miss. I gotta have the guest for that one. That should be an interesting one. Whoever the
Ole Miss
guy is.
Zach Morris. He's a good dude. Younger guy, but really good on the mic. You can see how he felt about Lane Train leaving the whole thing. That you got some gold content with that leading up to it.
I'll keep it fresh and clean. I won't be a dick.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. All right, Dan. Well, let them know where they can find you on social media. We'll go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, man. Dawg House Podcast on YouTube. Look for the Georgia logo there. I think we're around 749, trying to scrape and claw, get it to 1,000, even though I think I just heard with the whole YouTube analytics are changing that you got to get like 8,000 hours of viewing time. So anyway, hey, like, subscribe, help out. We're going to have usually a content person, influencer from each team. That's the way we usually do. So we have like the other team, visiting team come on. Also check us out on @Dawg House Talk on Twitter, and we're Dawg House Podcast on Instagram. Appreciate you having me on. It was fun.
All right, I'm on X at Dirty South ENT _ Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Love it, man.
That's it.
Who dat?
Right. That's right.
All right, one last
right.
thing. One last thing. Which one would mean more? Hey, LSU national title or another Super Bowl by the Saints? Which one would you rather have on the way out?
Well, I've seen LSU win quite a bit, so maybe a second Saints Super Bowl would be special because I still think we were robbed in 2019 with that no call because everyone wanted a Drew Brees, Tom Brady Super Bowl, and we never got it. But to be honest, Lane Kiffin's going to bring us the title, but I think it's going to be the following year because in 2028, the national championship's in the Superdome.
Oh, nice.
And every time, not the last 5 times, 4 or 5 times it was in the Dome, LSU was in the title game, and they've won 4 out of 5.
Awesome.
So I think the I wouldn't even call it, I don't know what to call it, like a good luck when the national title's in the Dome, it's a good luck charm.
Mm-hmm.
And a curse to all other people, like, oh, the national title's in New Orleans, you can guarantee LSU's in the championship game against whoever. So I think Lane Kiffin's second year, he's going to have them title number 5. But I said LSU, if they can get to the quarterfinals, I'll be fine with that. I have them going to the quarters. Like, have a home playoff game in Death Valley just to see what it's like. Like, you thought a Saturday night in Death Valley was crazy. Imagine a playoff night in Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Would be outstanding. That's what I said. Let them have that record where they can have a home playoff game. You win that, and then wherever they go in the quarterfinals, or if it's the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, whoever's hosting it this year, whoever they play, if they take a loss, I'll be happy. I mean, I'll be happy with the season they had. They make it to the semifinals, I'll be shocked, but we'll see.
Yes, sir.
We'll see when the weeks go by. But all right, man.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
We'll catch you guys later. Y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. Stay hydrated. It's hot as shit outside.
Oh, yeah.
I'll catch you guys next week.
All right, buddy. See you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.